the StoryGraph Amazon. They're likely all the places you go to check book reviews before buying a book, or if you're like me, after you finish reading a book, just to see if you're not alone in your opinion. But as a resource for reviews and mass opinion, are they all that trustworthy? Well, in this video, we're going to get to the bottom of that because there are some signs that point towards the answer being no. Starting with something I discovered while I was writing a review for advanced readers' copy of a book that I received. There's this growing trend on book review platforms called sample reviewing. It's where reviewers are given the sample of an upcoming release on NetGalley that's usually around 3 chapters. While it's not explicitly said by the publisher because they are really careful about that, the unspoken rule is that you post your review on the StoryGraph or on Goodreads. Now here is why I don't like it. Reviews that exist before the book is available to wider public use have a huge impact on pre-order sales. The only people leaving these reviews are people who are given advanced readers' copies for the purpose of writing reviews, or now, sample reviewers. That's like reviewing a film when you've only watched the trailer. People glance at these reviews, see the star rating, and pre-order based on that alone. I know because I've done it. On one book alone, 80% of the reviews I saw were sample reviews. So when the reviews are largely based on sample opinions with star ratings, that doesn't seem right to me. Now let's be clear, I don't blame the reviewers for leaving the reviews. They mostly all said they were given a sample on NetGalley in exchange for the review, which means publishers are actively giving reviewers samples of books to boost ratings and reviews. They're also using the NetGalley system to encourage reviewers to take an easy win, reviewing a sample, to boost their score on the platform. I don't know about you, but as a reader and a reviewer, I don't like it. But you tell me what you think in the comments. So aside from the strange and hopefully limited occurrence of sample reviewing, why else are these review platforms untrustworthy? Well, for one, on sites like Goodreads and the StoryGraph, you don't have to verify that you've actually purchased the book. So literally anybody could create an account and post a review. I'm not advocating for verified purchases on these sites because I think that would be really complicated and hard to implement. But what I am saying is that anybody can create an account, post a review in seconds. This kind of thing leads to examples of review bombing or fake reviews like we've seen in the Kate Corain situation. If you want to know more about that whole situation, and you're going to want to, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for a video I made previously on it, and you can watch it next. Without verification, not only can you post a review when you haven't even read the book, but you can also post a review when the book isn't even out yet. Platforms, especially Goodreads, are quite bad for this, with people posting star rating reviews for books before they're even out to people reading advanced readers' copies. This kind of review can have a positive or negative effect for the book's success, either giving it a high rating before it has been released, or a low one, depending on the star rating people are giving it. This kind of thing is really frustrating because it doesn't give an accurate representation of whether people like the book or not. It just tells us that people are excited about the book or they're angry. Most of the time, people who post these early star ratings are looking to game the system on Goodreads to get their name right at the top of the page. Doing this, believe it or not, helps them gain more visibility as an individual. So in reality, it has nothing to do with the book and everything to do with them. I'll talk about a few solutions I think could work for this a little later in the video. But let's not just talk about Goodreads and the StoryGraph here. There's another platform that has a huge issue with reviews, and that is Amazon. Starting with the fake reviews. This isn't just reserved for books. Amazon has a huge issue with fake reviews, even on verified purchases, which makes it very hard to tell what's real and what isn't. Amazon also contains a lot of reviews that are incentivized, where reviewers receive free products for compensation for a product review. These reviews might not always be entirely honest or reflective of the product's true quality. In terms of books, you would like to think that this isn't an issue because reviewers are generally very honest in their book reviews, even if they receive an advanced reader's copy, but due to free products being in Amazon's terms and conditions, I doubt that it's really allowed to do anyway. In fact, I have heard people say that you should not declare in your Amazon review that you got a free copy of the book because Amazon will remove it if you do so. So advanced reader's copy reviews are still on Amazon, but you just might not know it. Amazon is also filled with reviews that aren't just about the story inside the book. Thrown in are reviews about the condition of the book when delivered, packaging, and general delivery problems that could sway books' reviews in one direction rather than the other. Oh, it all seems like a bit of a lost cause, doesn't it? Well, not really. There are some things that we can do as individuals and a lot of things that these platforms can do to make reviews more honest and trustworthy. These are all my personal opinions, so if you have any more, add them in the comments. Starting with Goodreads and the story graph. These are all things that the platforms themselves can do rather than us as readers. First of all, they can have fail-safes in place to prevent people from creating an account and immediately posting a review. Even a wait of, say, 30 minutes could deter review bombers from review bombing. I would also personally love a way for reviewers to indicate what kind of review we're posting. For example, if we could self-declare that a review is a sample review or an advanced reader's copy review, that would be amazing. Just an additional checkbox would be fantastic, rather than having to write it into the review. This way, readers could use this to not only be more informed, but filter reviews using this too. If a book hasn't been released yet, I think it would be useful to have a way for publishers to allow only advanced reader's copy reviews before release. This may be a bigger ask because it relies on publishers turning on and off specific features within their books page. I would also love a way for us to quickly see what kind of reviewer a person is, rather than just showing a person's username and the number of reviews and followers they have, which Goodreads does at least. It would be great if we could also see their star rating average and perhaps even some kind of tags that helps with legitimacy. Things like tags for specific genres someone often reviews in, or once you reach a certain number of views, you get a tag or badge. Okay, so that's the Storygraph and Goodreads, but what about Amazon? Amazon has a lot of work to do in terms of making sure that their reviews are legit and fair, but honestly, I'm not really sure they care. So here are some of the things that we can do. Look for a verified purchase. Reviews marked as verified purchase are less likely to be fake, as they indicate the reviewer bought the item on Amazon. Although honestly, this isn't foolproof. Look at the language used. Reviews that are overly enthusiastic, vague, or lack specific details about the book may not be genuine. Use external tools. There are websites and browser extensions designed to analyze Amazon reviews and flag potential issues. Honestly, I feel like this is the only real way to determine if Amazon reviews are genuine or not, and it's not perfect. I'll link a couple of resources in the description though. So what do you think? Are there any things that you think these review platforms could be doing better? Or do you think they're doing a great job already? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.